Police Officer Matthew Edmund Bowens, Detroit Police Department. End of watch, Monday, February 16th, 2004. Officer Matthew Bowens and Officer Jennifer Fettig were shot and killed while making a traffic stop on Gilbert Avenue at 2 a.m. As the two officers called in the license plate information of the vehicle while sitting in their patrol car, the suspect exited his vehicle and opened fire with a .40 caliber handgun, striking Officer Fettig 5 times and Officer Bowen 3 times. The shooter then went out of view as Officer Bowens exited the patrol car, returned fire 5 times, and then went to help Officer Fettig as he called for assistance. The shooter reappeared and shot Officer Bowens 6 more times before stealing his service weapon. The shooter fired a total of 19 rounds at the officers during the incident. The killer fled in his pickup, but a portion of the shooting was recorded on the patrol car's camera. The killer and his brother were arrested several hours later. The killer was found guilty on 4 charges of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison, where he died October 15, 2010. Both officers were transported to Henry Ford Hospital, where Officer Bowens was pronounced dead. Officer Fettig was admitted in extremely critical condition and died from her wounds 12 hours later. Officer Bowens had served with the Detroit Police Department for 3 years and was assigned to the 4th Precinct. He was survived by his father and 2 brothers. For those of you that don't know, 4th Precinct was Fort and Green. I knew him and his family. He's survived by his father and 2 brothers. He was from Lincoln Park. Good kid. Moment of silence for Officer Bowens, please. Patrolman Robert Dowdite was killed. Patrolman Robert Dowdite, Dearborn Heights Police Department. End of watch, Monday, August 22nd, 1966. Patrolman Dowdite was killed in an automobile accident while assisting a neighboring agency during a vehicle pursuit. The patrol wagon that Patrolman Dowdite was riding in skidded on the wet roadway and struck a tree at the Warren Avenue and Silvery Lane, causing him to suffer fatal injuries. The suspect was later apprehended and convicted of charges in connection with the incident. Patrolman Dowdite had served with the agency for 3 years. He was survived by his wife and 2 sons. He was the first officer to lose his life in the line of duty at Dearborn Heights, and he was assisting Dearborn at the time. Moment of silence for Patrolman Robert C. Dowdite. Police Officer Charles Edward Chuck Armour, Detroit Police Department. End of watch, Saturday, June 11th, 2011. Police Officer Armour succumbed to injuries sustained 1 week earlier when he was intentionally struck by a vehicle he had attempted to stop while on foot patrol in the Greektown area of Detroit. The driver of the vehicle was driving the wrong way down a one-way street and was yelling obscenities at pedestrians. Officer Armour instructed the man to stop when observing him driving the wrong way on St. Antoine Street at Monroe Avenue at approximately 12:30 a.m. Instead of stopping, the driver intentionally struck Officer Armour and then turned the wrong way down another street. He was stopped by other officers and arrested on Monroe Street. Officer Armour was transported to a local hospital with several broken bones and passed away 1 week later from complications after undergoing surgery for his injuries. In January 2012, the subject, Saddam Hussein Motion, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was subsequently sentenced to 18 to 35 years in prison. Officer Armoire had served with the Detroit Police Department for 17 years. He was survived by his daughter. Police Officer Chuck Armoire, age 40. Moment of silence for him, please. Sergeant Michael Allen Scarborough, Wayne County Airport Authority Police Department. End of watch, Wednesday, February 9th, 2005. Sergeant Scarborough was killed in an automobile accident on I-94 near Wayne Road during snow and icy conditions. The collision occurred when the department vehicle he was a passenger in went off the roadway. The vehicle then struck a utility pole in the highway median. Sergeant Scarborough and another sergeant in the same vehicle were both transported to St. Joseph's Mercy Hospital, where Sergeant Scarborough succumbed to his injuries. Sergeant Scarborough had served with the Wayne County Airport Authority Police Department for 17 years. He is survived by his wife, 3 children, mother, and 2 brothers. Sergeant Michael Allen Scarborough, age 39, badge 33. Moment of silence, please.